Good afternoon, everybody. Joey Only here from Interior Weather and Wilderness Watchers. I know you're all thinking about winter storm stories and winter weather stories, and Brandon Houck and I are here to talk about just that. And he's over in Brooks, Alberta. How you doing this morning, Brandon?
Oh, doing great so far. Ready for the great Christmas season coming up here.
I keep
Very
saying
cool.
morning, but it's not morning. So already we have like this new system moving into British Columbia. There's a special weather statement that's already in effect for Metro Vancouver, Fraser Valley, Howe Sound, Sea to Sky Highway, Sunshine Coast, East Vancouver Island, Inland Vancouver Island. That's Tuesday through Wednesday morning. A cold air mass will lie over most of the coast early on Tuesday as a ridge of high pressure centered over BC interior keeps skies mostly clear overnight. A frontal disturbance advancing from the south will spread rain mixed with snow over the region beginning late Tuesday afternoon. Freezing rain is also possible over the eastern sections of the Metro Vancouver, Fraser Valley, and as well as Vancouver Island areas. Although snowfall accumulations in most areas are not expected to be heavy, significant snowfalls are possible Tuesday night over Howe Sound, Sea to Sky Highway, and eastern sections of the Fraser Valley. And also going on right now, and this is indicative of what's to come. This has been in effect for a couple days, but it continues for Terrace and Kitimat. The reason why they get an Arctic outflow warning in times like this is because also this is unusually cold for them. Terrace and Kitimat, time span today, near minus 20. An Arctic ridge of high pressure remains stationary over the BC interior. Strong northeasterly outflow, winds up to 40 kilometers an hour, gusting to 60 will begin to weaken this afternoon. That's some of the cold air that's sort of trying to reach in.
Yes, indeed. So it's kind of like an opposite of a Chinook, where you get the warm winds coming over the mountains. On this side in southwestern Alberta, that warms us up and allows us to have marvelous temperatures like we had in November. This is the opposite, where you get the winds coming out of the east, and then they flow right back over the mountains on the Kitimat and Terrace side. So it's like the opposite of a Chinook, but it's an Arctic outflow.
And it's going to bring us some wonderful temperatures. What do you think? So this snow system that's first going to come through BC this week is going to then proceed into Alberta, into the prairies. It's going to form itself quite strong as it gets into the eastern sections of the prairies. Can you tell us a little bit about this next low pressure system?
Yeah, so the next low pressure system will arrive kind of Wednesday night, in late day Wednesday, develop a new area of low pressure kind of near Calgary, situated near in that area kind of Wednesday afternoon. That's going to develop an area of more heavier snow into the mountains. Probably not a lot of snow, maybe about 5 to 10 centimeters of snow. So it's not a big snow system for us as we go towards the middle part of the week. And then we get another system coming in Christmas Eve into Christmas Day. That's going to produce that easterly flow. And when you get that easterly flow, that allows for an upslope flow. So that enhances snowfall totals and allows for snow kind of just to stick around and hang around for a couple of days. And that will be kind of the case as we go through the weekend into next week with the upslope flow, allowing for this brutal Arctic high. And it could even have a kind of a winter storm-like system moving into the eastern prairies into Boxing Day and on to the beginning of next week as this cold air clashes with that milder air towards the central U.S. and parts of Ontario there, so something's got to give there. So we could have a pretty much significant snow potentially in parts of Saskatchewan and Manitoba, but more like a 5 to 10 centimeter event here in the province of Alberta through the end of this week into the early stages of next week.
So I often joke, it's good. It's going to warm up enough to snow. Why do I say this?
I don't know why you say that, but it's never too cold for snow, basically. Everybody says, it's minus 30, it's too cold for snow. It's never going to snow when it's minus 30, but it can. It's basically ice crystals falling from the sky, so it can. If you have enough moisture in the air, you can't get snow when it's downright freezing outside, and sometimes it also forms in fog and snow grains as well, so it's not like a big, huge dump of snow, but it can snow, especially in higher altitudes as well too.
We know generally warm air carries moisture better, cold air does not, but that doesn't necessarily mean cold air can't find moisture. But this is the case for BC this week. While it's snowing, at least the coldest of the air is sort of being kept back. But then as we get towards Christmas Day, that the winning side is going to be the Arctic air side. What do you think we're going to see for temperatures? There's been some different values thrown out in different models, but I'm going to roll with the with the deep ones this time.
Absolutely, yeah. This is an air mass that's I've been watching this air mass for over a month so far. It's been hanging in Russia. I know when we get a big cold air mass in Russia, definitely sometimes they want to sneak on over and visit us, and this one is definitely going to do so. And I think I looked at a value in Russia right now, the current temperature somewhere at Ulyaskis. I can't say the name of the city, but it's about minus 48, but without the wind chills. So it's the actual temperature there, and they're under some thick layer of fog right now. I looked at a webcam, so it looked pretty creepy crawly there. So we're going to start seeing that colder air mass move over into Canada in the next little while. And I know last week was kind of cold too. We had our first real chill of the season. Everyone's like, it was cold. It's already been minus 30. Yeah. This is the duration, how long this cold air mass is going to last. So it's not going to be a one day, it's going to warm up tomorrow. Nope. No. This thing's going to be hanging out, and we've got a kind of an omega block kind of setting up. So this thing's going to be sitting right over us for the next number of days. And we will be dealing, especially by Christmas Day, this cold air mass. I'm just going to flip this. So this is the European model here, and we've got the cold air mass moving in. There's your Arctic high diving in. These are the temperatures we'll see on Christmas Day. So there's that upslope flow right there. So that's why we're going to be dealing with that enhancement of snowfall in parts of southern Alberta. And when you do get snow on a cold with these cold temperatures, it does kind of keep the temperatures a little bit milder, not like really warm, but milder than what they could be. But here comes you see those minus 40s dropping in right there in Fort Elson, high level there. So that's going to be Boxing Day morning. And by late Boxing Day, we could have these kind of temperatures extending down towards, you can see there, Prince George at minus 33, Williams Lake minus 32. And I would not be surprised if Kamloops drops to minus 30 as well, Boxing Day into about Monday. And there's a few minus 43 to minus 45 valleys. That's without the wind chill. So you add in the wind, that's going to feel like 50 below as we go into next week. And then this, as you see here, this cold air mass, you got minus 30s, even you got a minus 39 in Calgary and Edmonton as we go into Monday of next week. So that's after Boxing Day. And there's a minus 40 in Edmonton there by Tuesday morning. And this air mass is going to be sticking around well into the new year. No improvement. There's Wednesday. It is still brutally cold. And there's that Arctic outflow reaching out to the Pacific. And look at this, even on Haida Gwaii, like minus 12. That's pretty cold for them as well. Out in Haida Gwaii on the island, minus 14. And and then once you get into the mountains, it's going to be around minus 30. And even Terrace and Kitimat actually into the minus 20s, and wind chills minus 30s and possibly minus 40 with that Arctic outflow there. So that's going to be absolutely brutal. And usually when you get these Arctic air masses, they more affect the eastern prairies, and British Columbia kind of misses out on it. But this time looks like BC is going to be in the thick of it as well.
And that's just the European model. The GFS model has BC getting colder. I rolled with the GFS because I thought, why not this time? But I saw in the GFS sort of that Boxing Day time span, the high develops more over BC and then gets down to minus 40, minus 45 even, perhaps inside the northern interior. So one of those models is probably going to be more correct than the other. Maybe they're both going to be sort of meet in the middle. Either which way, I mean, you're starting to get into cold. That's not nice. I mean, already I've had a pipe burst. I took the week off. I didn't want my house to freeze up in time for Christmas. I got home and it was already frozen up. So then I, put the heaters in and did all that. And then the pipe thawed out mercifully early because last year after that brutal cold snap, there was like weeks where my kitchen sink wasn't operable. And I have all the parts to put it back together. But I looked at it and I was, I am not the guy to do this right now. So I'm going to have to figure this out. But luckily, that's the kind of thing you have to worry about, pipes bursting. And you're going to have frost forming inside of your windows in old houses and whatnot, especially those of you who live in older buildings that aren't so well insulated. This is going to be pretty extreme, I would say, for sure. When we saw that cold hitting into Russia last month already, some of those temperatures we saw were in the minus 60s, right? So I'm sure they enjoy sending that to us for Christmas. What a nice Christmas present.
And I think it's stayed cold there too, right, through Christmas as well. So I don't see any improvement over there at all for the longer range. So I think they're going to be sending more shots of cold air like this well into the new year as well. So, yeah.
It could be, some suspect, right up through January to get into. I mean, that would be typical. Usually when we see this kind of weather, it's later in January or mid-January, right? So, I mean, for us in BC, we're getting it a little early. I mean, don't expect that it's going to lessen up in the new year. That wouldn't be typical. We could be sitting on this into February.
Oh, yeah. Maybe into March, too.
Hooray. 2022. Well, to start a whole new year of extreme weather. It's been nothing but extreme weather this year. Maybe sometime next week we should do our homework and come up with a list of all the extreme weather and report on it. Good to talk to you this morning. I keep saying this morning, but it's not morning anymore. Good to talk to you this afternoon, Brandon.
Yeah, good to talk this afternoon. Yeah, you bet.
I'm Joey, only the Caribou Weather Dude. Please subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. You were just hearing me talking with Ben and Houck about extreme cold weather coming for Christmas. Have yourself a good holiday. Stay warm, stay dry, stay safe. We'll see you next time.